That's always a good reaction.
Hmm. So, speaking of reactions, where did my diagram go? Damn it. I actually did spend time today organizing sheets and stuff, but I didn't organize my
Still
desk.
do stuff.
Oh, yes,
It Stuff still happens amidst the organization process.
amazingly so. So, I kind of picture this as a tableau. So,
Yeah, I
you're,
still need to light a candle.
yep, yep,
Gotta
and
get
not the
gotta
same
get
one as
that in.
last week. Well, it wasn't terrible. You've had worse candles.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
last
was.
week was
I
like
think that was the
50-50,
pineapple one.
wasn't
I
it?
have like a Christmas one now, so I just. Well, yeah, this one will
Last
probably go away. Let me see if I can find something else. Hang on.
Why? You're
last week
you're
was like a 50-50,
mm,
wasn't it?
you're celebrating RNGesus's birthday. I'm sure a Christmas candle won't hurt.
You know what? That's actually right on cue.
If the Jew figures it out.
I don't know. Do you think Jew can handle it?
I got what you need.
Yeah, I think that joke is better than the chemistry joke I had in mind. That one usually gets no reaction. I've become a bit of a pun maker with all the time I spend on Discord. Mainly between me and someone else I talk with on here sometimes.
Okay, so if this one doesn't work, I can maybe bring in my incense holder and like light some incense or something. I don't know.
Sounds good to
You,
me.
you better make sure it works because we might just be coming across the will of eyes. Oh, full, disc-
Well of eyes.
full disclaimer. You may or this. Remember, I was saying it was the start of season 2.
Yep, I remember that.
Um, think of this as a Christmas special because
Oh,
I imagine the next week or so no one's going to be available.
sounds good to me.
And my surprise was the guy that I was talking to that was interested. We almost had him set up, and he had to go for surgery.
Oh,
So
that's
yes,
a priority.
well,
It's
absolutely.
fine.
I think when he's here, you should probably give him a hit of your candle or something.
See if that'll help him go through
So
the
yeah, I have
process
one
better.
here that says it's garden herbs.
Oh,
Huh? If there were garden herbs around there, Jesus would have probably loved them.
yeah.
So we'll see how this one works. But I think the last one we used was like a pineapple one, and that one is not at my desk right now. So I just pulled this one from the kitchen.
How big is your house?
So I have a pretty good sized apartment.
No, you're talking like it's a mansion. Like, oh, the pineapple kitchen is not in my house. Let me call the butler. It'll
Pineapple kitchen.
he'll he'll have to get the golf cart and drive to the pineapple wing.
Yep.
It's only like 300 square feet, I think. I remember correctly. But yeah, it's a pretty decent sized apartment. I'm glad to get it for the price I did. Knock on wood.
Well, we'll see how it
I
holds
I
up here
really
for
hope the
now.
landlord doesn't raise the rent again.
Oh, man, that's just a crazy situation all around.
Yeah, let's deal with fantasy instead. It's easier.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
I miss that show.
So, oh, Jamie is still doing his own channel.
Oh, Jamie's still doing stuff? I know Adam Savage is kind of.
Oh, that's right. It's Adam Savage. Sometimes I get them mixed up, and I don't know why.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
unfortunately, I remember one of the people on that show passed away.
Yeah, Carrie,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
I
and
thought that was Maury who passed away. Oh,
no,
unless Carrie did too.
Carrie did.
No,
Who's the
Grant.
Grant? That was
Imahara. I'm sorry.
that
That's
was
who it
that
was.
was trying to think of. Like, they have they have a surprising casualty list. I guess not because they're stunt makers, so you should probably expect bad things to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, that was a
I
crazy
love I
show.
love that I love that image of Jamie just standing right in front of the death ray. We have a death ray, and it's not working. I'm standing right in front of it.
Uh,
Uh, that was a
I
good
don't think
show.
Yeah.
I don't think our death ray is working. I'm standing right in it, and I'm not dead yet.
Oh.
He has one of the more memey voices. I miss that about Jamie.
He's just got that deadpan delivery.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna fight the big thing that came out of the mouse.
Well, it evolved from the mouse, shall we say?
Yep.
Because
Yeah, I
the
guess.
mouse carcass is not lying on the
Talking
ground.
mouse, gotta catch a
Although,
mouse.
now that you mention it, I should have made it so like the mouse carcass was on the ground.
Oh yeah.
It was trapped in the mouse.
We can
That
fight
would
the
have
soul of the
That would
mouse.
be kind of horrifying, just seeing the mouse destroyed.
it
His
splits.
body horror.
It splits
Soul
down
just
the
comes
middle.
out of its mouth.
Yeah. So, oh well, it is what it is. You're surrounded by
Yeah.
you're surrounded by everybody's favorite knights.
Yes, the
Remember-
Knights who say what we said before.
It and you know I actually think tenacity they would come after you, but it would be a really shitty plot if the knights and the Nalfishne were after you. So
Yeah.
And who? Do we have a name for these knights? I'm trying to remember.
yes,
Like,
the Knights of Purity.
Knights of Purity. I'll
Yes.
make that note here.
It's such a bad, it's not such a eugenics like name.
Yes. Well, your quote from last week was dead on.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that comparison.
Uh,
Man.
I don't want to get you demonetized on YouTube.
I think there comes a point where people just aren't going to care anymore, really.
Yeah.
But probably not yet. So, best to be safe.
Well, with what Yi is doing.
Ugh. What is he famous for again?
He's I think he's a rapper. I think I don't know. I don't listen to his music. Thing. I
Oh,
never
Yi.
did.
Oh, you're talking about Kanye.
Kanye.
West.
Yeah.
I see. Yep.
Yeah, whatever
Right.
he's doing, whatever he's smoking, or whatever happened.
I hope he's smoking. I really do. But I've been around a lot of
Yeah,
people that
what
were
is
smoking.
going on with that guy?
I've been around a lot of people who were smoking, and they never reacted like that.
I don't know what's going on with that guy. It's just. So people say he's mentally ill, but then all these other people are saying like, I had that, and I didn't, like it, like that bad guy or whatever.
But anyways, you're surrounded, outnumbered, and outgunned. I'm going to give you one action before we roll initiative to kind of come up with an idea.
So the knights are going to attack us. I thought they were going to attack the mouse thing.
They have you surrounded either way, and since they're on horses and have what do you call them, pole arms and stuff, it's probably not a good idea to run at them or get in their way.
Oh, yeah.
The Nalfishne is
Yeah.
above you, Making-
Is that the name of this thing?
Nalfishne. That's the type of demon that he is. The d-
Alfishne.
Nal Phishshne. They have a
Oh,
weird
Nal-
way of spelling it.
Alfishne.
Nalfishne, yeah. And he's saying such charming things like, "Oh, so many of you. Oh, I even have a buffet on the side here. You all look so tasty. I hope there's enough room in my belly."
Well, I'll probably just take my action to say, "What the is that?" Because I can't do it. Because trying to say like, "I'm not with him."
Yeah, I think Tenacity's face might look something like this. Probably
I'll just do
Tarkir.
that. I don't know what I'm gonna do at this point because I still don't have any ranged weapons.
It's probably Tenacity and Tark.
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. I miss that anime. All right, so I need to figure out what I'm
Oh,
gonna do.
we're gonna start doing reaction gifts again.
That's kind of that's more my thing, so don't worry about it if it gets too
No,
much.
we used reaction gifts last time too. I mean, well, like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it kind of helps. It kind of helps with the narrative, at least for me.
Anyway, that's what I will do. I will point at that thing and be like, "What the is that?"
And for me, I'm just gonna, I don't know, cast some mage armor on myself and give myself some buffs, because I feel like I'm really gonna need it right now. That'll be my first action here. Just buff up my defense.
Gundark mutters, next time leave it in my bag.
Agreed.
True. Well, they probably
Boy.
would have sensed it anyways.
Yeah, we wouldn't have known.
Um,
So
what are
anyways,
scales and
Does
pin?
Gundark
Sorry,
Gundark gonna do anything, or is that all he said?
he's saying that while getting his bow ready.
Okay. Yeah. Also, let me. Well, no, I didn't. I'm too shocked. I already said that I would just say that. Okay.
Yep.
Are you guys all logged on to the D20 or?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, you
on
both
Yeah,
are.
I'm here.
So is
Okay, so Pinnacle. Probably Pinnacle's getting ready to fly up and attack the thing. Maybe.
and
As
scales.
crazy as that seems, maybe we'll see what his initiative is.
Okay.
Yeah, scales is uncoiling from Tark's arm to get ready for anything.
Squee is hiding behind Tenacity.
Aw,
You can feel him shivering.
don't worry, Squee. We shall protect you.
Oh, and what about the other guy, the Smurf thing?
Alert.
He's enjoying his time in Tarkirian's backpack.
As usual.
Yeah. That's this little lerp. Okay. Let's see. So I'm getting my actions for Tarkirian and Scales. Anything else we need to address?
I'd ask you what formation you're in, but it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
There's a giant monster right above us. I don't think it's gonna help much. At least I would think so. I could be wrong.
Depends on how mean he decides to be. And he's a hungry demon that you didn't feed properly, so. Oh, yeah.
Oh, oh,
Don't worry,
hello?
he's got a buffet now. So,
Oh boy.
I'm just checking. I actually wrote out both your character sheets again today so I can look at things easier.
Actually, I should probably just.
Although I
have.
Barely has a scent.
forgot to add one thing. There.
What's,
It's something you don't know yet, but I do. Let's
Oh.
have.
Okay, so roll for initiative, or
Hang on a second. I'm trying to decide. Each of you will roll 1d6. 1 to 3 is good, 4 to 6 is bad.
Alright, let's roll. Dang
So,
it.
Tarkirian, you're pretty intimidated by everything going on. So you don't notice the little pss, 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 pss coming from around your feet. Tenacity, you do.
hello?
Well, are you looking down at it, or are you like?
Yes.
Okay. You see an orc child holding up a trapdoor that's been literally carved into the side of the rock and underneath the field. He's motioning to you to join him. Psst, psst.
Okay, I guess we'll do that.
Tenacity, what's happening? Where are we
Look,
going?
look, look. I like grab the back of his head and just show him.
Grab me by the. You just grab me by my
No,
head.
no, I grabbed Tarkirian's head with one hand and just look.
I think I heard some of that.
Yeah,
I think
I
we
bet.
should go.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Um,
mic. I think your mic
yeah,
kind of fuzzed up for a bit there, but I think I
yeah.
got the gist of what you were saying.
I had
I'm
the.
sorry, is my mic having some trouble?
Yeah, I think so. If you can disconnect and reconnect again, because what you
Okay.
sounded, it sounded fantastic. We just didn't get
Yeah,
any. We just didn't get any words. The
you sound
energy
like
was
you're talking.
the energy was there. Everything was there that we wanted. It's just like we didn't get the dialogue.
I see. I think I can. You guys hear me now?
Oh
Can you hear
That
yeah,
me
sounds
now?
better. That
yeah.
Yeah.
sounds
Okay.
better.
I think the issue was I had some headphones here earlier, and I didn't have it marked as a headset, so maybe that's what
Ah,
happened.
Hmm.
there you
Anyways,
go.
so I'll do that again. Hello. Oh, and then I just grabbed Tarkirian's head, the back of Tarkirian's head, and the back of Gundog's head, and just point them at this orc child. Look,
Oh,
he wants us to follow
look at
him.
it. Oh, that's got to be a Monty Python reference. Okay.
Let's
Oh,
go. I
hello,
suggest
China.
we go.
Anywhere's better than here. Say,
All right,
Gundark
let's
just
go.
jumps in.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scrambling down the cellar with my little gnomish legs.
All right, there we go.
Squee is still out in the field.
So pretty much like this.
Oh no, Squeak! I just like reach and grab him and like drag him along.
He'll back
Oh no,
away.
we forgot Squeak! I climb
No,
up, grab him, and go back down.
he's backing away. Orcs kill goblins.
You sure,
Oh,
buddy?
Orcs
I
kill
uh,
mean,
goblins. Orcs
yeah,
orcs
but
and
you're gonna die here too. Maybe this one is nice.
we'll have a better chance against this orc than against whatever that thing is above you. Just stick with us, Squee. We'll keep you covered, just in case anything happens.
roll against your charisma to see if you convince him.
Oh, oh yeah. It is a charisma roll. Let me go ahead and do that. And my charisma.
Should be bottom stat.
Sorry, oh, I have mine at 12, but it's dexterity that's my
No,
lowest.
bottom stat as in on the sheet.
Oh, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have it all written here,
So
so I'll just make sure I knew.
yours is a 12, and tenacity
Yep.
is a 9.
What do
Whatever.
I have to? Should I roll two?
Yeah,
D20.
Well,
he grudgingly joins you. He's really not happy. You can see he's looking around suspicious. He's gingerly lowering himself into the trapdoor when there's like cavalry running around and a demon screaming about how it's going to tear out your livers and feel what they feel like.
We just
Oh,
watched Jeepers Creepers last night, so that's appropriate.
yeah, that movie was better than I remembered.
I haven't seen
Okay.
it before, so I wanted to see it. I had fun.
Sure. Yeah. All right.
Have you seen Jeepers Creepers, Jeff?
A dog's age ago.
Yeah.
I think that's. Yeah, I think that's how long it's been since I last saw it. But anyways, we're here with a little orc child now.
Yes, he has a little torch and he's beckoning you to follow him down a tunnel. It's
All right.
obviously been like carved out by humanoids of some sort. You're guessing orcs, but you're not sure. So,
Oh,
eh,
I guess I better mention that Scales kind of slithered back up to me and coiled up as well.
yeah.
Don't want to leave him behind. Same with
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
No,
I'm guessing
Pinnacle was
Pinnacle's
getting
swooping.
ready, but he didn't fly away.
Yep.
when I was setting this up, I was assuming your pets would be with you. Um,
Yep.
if you didn't specifically say anything to Gundark, he was going to be out there, and I figured Squee would be scared to come down.
Yeah.
So
But I grabbed Gundark too.
yes,
Luckily.
you you weren't going to. You left him out in the last second. You said, "Oh, and I grabbed Gundark as well." I'm like, okay. I was trying to figure out how to make him survive all that.
Knowing Gundark, he probably would have found a way.
Yeah.
But at least he's with us.
Yeah,
Well,
grab the back of their heads and just point him at the orc child.
Squee was going to survive. You just weren't going to know which Squee.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Did
Exactly.
Squee survive, or is this his brother? Is it
That's
Squee, or is it Squee?
It's Squee. I know. Such a beautiful way to have such ambiguity.
That's perfect.
Maybe
Oh
that's
man, you said Squee just like a character in this cartoon I watched that had actually had goblins in it.
Ooh, even better.
Have I even told you about the Three Caballeros cartoon?
maybe you
yeah,
mentioned it, but by all means.
Oh yeah, there's a
Yeah,
Three
that was a while
Caballeros
ago.
cartoon. It's only had one season so far, and there was a whole episode where they had goblins, and there was a whole song that the goblins sang. It's like, "We welcome you to Goblin Jail. You get no call, no one gets bail." It was so.
Oh,
I
goblins.
love that show. I wish they would make a different second season, but it seems like they're only gonna make one.
Hmm.
The one season wonder.
Yeah, it was fun though for what it was.
Sure.
But yeah, it featured the Three Caballeros, like from the old Disney movie.
Hmm.
Oh man. All right.
So you're wandering around. It's torch lit. You pass orcs and gnomes working in mines, mostly extracting what look like diamonds and rubies.
Things are looking pretty busy around here. Where exactly are we?
The child speaks. You're in the orc dungeon. I'm here to take you to my master.
Your master. Who is your master?
His Royal Highness, the Duke of the Southern Lands, the King of the Doom Mountains, the mighty Royal Augustus.
Oh.
Augustus.
Yeah, I have to say that speech. If I get it wrong, they whip me.
Well, you did a pretty good job. Good job.
Oh,
Thank you.
criticism
This guy did a good job with his speech, everybody.
Hail. Yeah. So your master is Augustus. This could prove fruitful. We were actually hoping to seek him out ourselves.
Yeah, he sent me down here. It's just another chore for me.
Oh. Well, why don't you take us to him and maybe we can make heads or tails of whatever that thing is up there.
Whatever it is, the men will take care of it.
I'll
I actually hope they do.
oh,
But
They
it's
didn't seem like very nice people.
they
no.
seem rather
the other
extreme.
orcs. You see,
Ah.
once you get to a certain age, you have to undertake the ritual. And personally, I'm not a big fan because once you take the ritual, you become a warrior. I'm not really a warrior. I still like to play games with my friends. We came up with this game called Salesmen and Managers, and it's set in this place where everybody lives in tall buildings. And they argue about numbers, and they go for lunch, and it's really a cool game.
That sounds very unrealistic. Who would want to live in such tall buildings? Wouldn't they fall? How would they make such tall buildings?
They have this see-through crystal called a window.
In the building?
In the building, on all the levels.
On each and every level.
Yes.
I've never heard of such a thing.
I,
I
I,
still think that such a tall building would fall down.
How do they manage to keep those things? How do they manage to keep those things upright?
it's all part of the illusion. See, old people like you don't understand kids. Just because we're rolling around playing stuff, at least we're not getting in trouble. I'm not trying to steal diamonds from our master. I'm not trying to, you know, run around with the women. I just like to play with my friends. And occasionally have a little bit of Scottish in my voice.
You're true. You're truly a creative individual. I am hoping that your games can. I'm hoping your games can evolve with your imagination.
So with that, he takes you to a staircase that goes from a tunnel into, a nice finished basement. And there's two orc guards standing there, grunting and asking for you to follow them. Come with us.
All right.
Right. Right behind you. Lead the way.
Ah, damn, I wish I could get D20 working properly because there's such a beautiful scene there, but oh well.
Yeah, it's still just a black screen for us, unfortunately.
Maybe over the holidays I'll learn how to work it. That'll be my Christmas present to the two of you if I do.
We will
So
accept.
we're gonna take a break for the holidays after this, right? You said 2
That's-
weeks
'Cause-
until New Year's.
That's what it's looking like.
Yeah, because like Christmas is next week, and the week after that is New Year's. So it's
Yeah.
Winter break.
yes, winter break, and just because you don't think you have anything going on, things tend to pop up. So it's just
Isn't
all
that
good.
just true?
the New Year's is a wonderful time. Hopefully by then I'll have the new guys sorted out and everything back. So
Cool.
That'll be an interesting addition.
well, especially if you
Or-
wind up where I think you wind up. But
Oh, oh. I wonder what this will entail.
so you get escorted into a very grand hall. Think of the finest luxuries that could possibly be held in the early Middle Ages. Big tapestries, tons
I
of
was thinking of the room from Big Trouble in Little China. Maybe not. Maybe that's not the right ethnicity. But
you know what?
that was
If that's the visual, I don't mind it.
that's just immediately
Whatever
what I
works.
thought of, like the throne room from Big Trouble in Little
Yeah,
China.
I don't
Where
think
are we? You are nowhere.
You are.
I don't think it would be quite as oriental, but
Oh
the
yeah.
the, ba-
Yeah, I know. But
the basic template, just substitute the stuff out.
Yeah, I can do
Sure.
that. With like some big tall columns and everything. And, yeah.
And they have to be Ionic, Doric, and Corinthian columns in that order.
Oh.
I didn't get that.
Oh, you can't possibly. But certain people listening will. It's a code.
Oh.
Okay.
There's certain things I do and say that are coded, and the right people who know the codes know what I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah, but
I'll just leave you to that then.
yep,
Oh.
those are the three style of columns. So the Ionic is the most plain, and the Corinthian is the most well decorated.
Also, I didn't know they were. I didn't know they had those categorizations.
Well, you know the ones that look like they have scrolls on the side of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are Doric.
Doric.
Yes,
Okay.
it's the kind of middle ground.
Okay.
How come you know such a bunch of columns, Jeff? Well, because I spend a lot of time with useless history crap.
Trivia.
And of course, up in front of you, sipping from a goblet, wearing a red velvet cape, because, that's what vampires are supposed to frickin' do.
Not if it's Twilight.
If If he sparkles, I'll kill him myself.
So be it. DM's intervention.
He sparkles, lightning literally forms in the room, incinerates him, and a new Augustus appears.
Just throw glitter on him.
Yes,
Have pocket glitter, throw it on him, and then he does.
Pocket sand.
But he's supposed to
Okay.
be on our side, so.
Yeah. So,
Anyways,
he addresses you without any trace of an accent. Not all vampires come from Transylvania. Welcome. You didn't quite complete the task I had assigned of you, but you got it close enough.
hmm, yeah, you must be
they
Augustus.
took the
then.
mouse from us, so I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, the
We,
mouse
we
is.
tried, but there were more of them than there were of us. And they
Gundark,
really wanted that mouse for some reason.
Gundark and Squee are behind you.
Yeah, that mouse is no longer a mouse.
The good news is that was actually the plan. Those
Oh.
knights are quite troublesome for me. But
Ah,
the Nalfishne was my secret weapon against these kaiju. I believe you've heard of them.
Oh, I've I have read about them, but they're all the way out here.
We're not sure, but most of the mainland is being swarmed with them. My objective at the present time is to try to assemble the biggest army I can and hopefully speak to the prince and get him on our side. As you can imagine, he and I are not on speaking terms.
why is that?
Well, when I was younger in a previous life, I might have accidentally, turned his mother to a vampire or something. The details are fuzzy, doesn't matter. The important thing is, I need some ambassadors to Regina.
Dinah.
That's a capital, so. And you're like, ooh, Regina.
Oh,
It's just like, isn't that out of character? Isn't that a place in Canada?
Hey, you try sitting around making up names all day, okay?
Do that? You just use a generator. Whatever.
Regina.
There are
So,
generators, Jeff. They exist. Just use one of those. There are name generators.
oh
one
well.
of one of his knights comes over and whispers in his ear. Ah, well done, Cirrhosis. We have managed to capture the Nalfishne.
Oh, you guys already caught that thing?
Yes, Cirrhosis over here is well acquainted with the arts of thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy.
Yes,
That sounds like
You're
a big
cryo.
word that I do not understand. Big words.
You're a cryomancer?
Can you please let me know what that means?
it means the art of dealing with forces beyond our world.
I see.
Otherworldly forces.
Yes.
So your 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 guys are pretty much fit for this type of operation.
Well, Cirrhosis is particularly well trained.
Is it thaumaturgy, huh?
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do with the Nalfishne now that you've captured it?
Keep it prisoner, maybe torture it a little bit. Haven't really decided. That they're not known for being cooperative.
Hmm.
With a structure like that, who could blame them? I just
Well,
hope. I just hope.
that's why we originally polymorphed him into a mouse to stop him from giving us any trouble. Unfortunately, the Knights of Purity, of pure annoyance as I call them, decided to interfere with our little idea. I only wish I could turn them against what's coming just for the pleasure of watching them die.
What's coming?
I would help with any way I can. I don't like those people.
They do seem rather extreme in their values.
The lerp
Oh,
jumps out of your backpack and
oh,
walks up to Augustus. Hi there, will you be my friend?
finally decided to come out, huh?
Yep. Augustus says, I accept all allies in our conflict. And they kind of shake hands, and the lerp goes and jumps back in your backpack.
Oh,
Well, that was something, I suppose.
clearly you're quite the negotiable person. That little guy took a little bit for that little guy to come out, but I'm certainly not opposed to it. Do you
You know,
know
I've
any
had
name?
this whole thing planned with him for like 3 weeks now, and you guys have yet to do it, and I'm surprised.
What?
I said I've had this whole thing with the lerp planned for a while now, and you guys haven't done it yet, and I'm like, this is so logical. Why are they not doing it?
Oh,
And I'm not telling you what because it's going to be too funny when it happens. But
Okay.
oh boy. Guess I'll have to keep an eye out. That our little buddy there is quite the unique one. Glad you're able to make friends with him. Let's put it that way.
Are you
Augustus, oh,
familiar with his species?
Augustus shakes his head no. Um, to be honest, we are just taking any help we can get at the moment.
Well,
Right.
he.
Oh,
I
you're
can.
going
I
to
can attest. He will be of great help. Very
you
great help.
you will have a lot more success with these guys on your side. I can tell you that right now.
We have seen their power firsthand, and it is mighty.
Yes, they carry great power, something far beyond something you'd expect from their kind of thing. No
Well,
offense, of
something of such
course.
small size, but they are such a small size, but they seem to have a lot of love and a lot of power as well.
From your backpack, you hear, "My kind doesn't sound very friendly."
Oh,
I said a lot of love.
we mean your friends. That's really what that's. It's kind of
Like
a.
friendship is a kind of love.
I
I
should
said love. Did you not hear me?
I should really just not write any more characters and just have the lerp.
I think it's pretty clear of what how much authority he has here. It's pretty clear.
Yeah. The LARP has taken over everything. But I
just
said
wish-
love. I said love before. I did. I did.
Let's just
What do you figure the odds are of one evil lerp? No, just kidding, just kidding.
that would be pretty scary, actually.
But anyways, the lerp says, "That's okay. I still love you."
Okay.
Love you too. Thank
Love
you.
you too.
Thank you.
As friends.
Please.
Yes.
So there you have it, Augustus. Lerps, the friendliest creatures you could ever come across.
Augustus
Except
says,
when you are not their friends. But we are this creature's friends. Indeed, we are very good friends with this creature.
We wouldn't do anything to get on their bad side. Nope. Not whatsoever. Whatsoever.
Augustus says, "Very well. Since technically you completed your mission, it's time for your bonus.
Oh,
All right.
what do you have in mind, sir?
Please step forward."
I nod.
So
All right,
to
I
Nods, steps
step
forward.
forward.
from either side of his throne, he pulls out a nice small axe, very ornately made, and hands it to Tenacity. Told you I was going to get you a throwing axe.
Hey.
And to Tarkirian, he hands a very small, perfectly tailored cloak.
Oh, fancy garb. I look the cloak up and down as I take it from Augustus.
It feels exceptionally light.
Oh, lots.
As a matter of fact, it feels like you're holding it down.
Oh, it's like
Doctor Strange cloak.
cloak of levitation.
You'll
Oh,
you'll have to try it out when you're not in front of a crowd.
yeah. I appreciate. Thanks, Augustus. I fold up the cloak and store it away for the time
Thank
being.
you. Thank you, sir. I will
I
use it
shall have to
well.
try this.
Now, I must urge you to be on your way to Regina. The good news is, it's back the way you came.
Oh, okay.
So I needn't send any followers with you while I'm gathering them together.
All right. So I guess we're just going to go back through the whatever place it was called, Honeyside. What was it called again? You're the smart one,
Honeyvale,
Tarkarian
Darkvale, even I forget.
woman. Tarkarian, you're the smart one. What was it? What was it called again?
The word Honeyhaven comes to mind.
That's it.
instantly.
Okay, yeah. 'Cause it was
Honeyhaven,
Darkhaven
Darkhaven.
and Honeyhaven. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm on the other side of I'm on the other side of the room from my notes, so.
No problem.
Why are notes all the way over there? Shouldn't you have your notes with you? Why are your notes over there?
Because I was only working with one character, it was pretty easy.
Sure.
This sounds weird for you to have your notes all the way over on the other side of the room. Even my character sheet is right here. Anyways.
Well, I just have my character sheet saved on my computer. Because I have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I've got like 16 windows open on this computer, and I've changed things to make them make more sense.
Sure.
Like-
Lots of tabs open.
Well, yeah, but originally the battle with the Nalfishne was going to go for a little bit, but I realized like most of your party can't do anything in that situation. At that point, Tenacity did not really have a way to engage with it because it's flying. What's his name? The Squee. He can throw a spear, and then he can go find the spear
We
and
can
throw it
throw
again.
him,
Yeah,
or we can throw him at it.
that that
Goblin
spell is
grenade.
called no Goblin Grenade or Fling.
Yeah. and one costs one more mana than the other, if I remember correctly.
Goblin Grenade is one.
And fling is two, right? Okay.
I don't remember on Fling actually. No, because Goblin Grenade, back when Fallen Empires first came out, was one of the few good cards. So, like, you're happy to see it.
Yep.
I learned a few days ago that there are actually automatons in this game. It's like, why didn't
Yeah.
I learn about that earlier?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Might
there's
be a-
Automatons,
maybe if I had gotten into
artifacts.
SPG sooner.
yeah, there's
Anyways.
there's Warforged, there's animated statues, there's all sorts of there's even an what do you call it? There's an expansion where you can get cars and like
Oh, cool.
mount chain guns and and chainsaws and all crap like that on them. So yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
you got the vehicles.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
I don't have that supplement, so we're just not going to use it.
Okay. Okay. No, that's fine. That's,
Oh, that's
fine.
fine.
I was just excited when I saw that. It's like maybe next time. Me and my
Let's-
SPG obsession.
Sure. Robots.
To be honest, when I say something's never going to happen, that doesn't mean anything. I can change my mind next week and have a whole
Oh, yeah.
plot running around it.
Take everything
Yeah.
with a grain of
Oh,
salt.
good. I was just saying that was exciting to see. So like maybe a future game or something, be a Warforge, and then make SPG references all the time.
Hey Jeff, should we make a reference to the solemn simulacrum somewhere?
Four
A
mana.
sad robot.
Four mana. Waste your time.
Yeah, then
So-
when you kill it, you get another spell.
Mhm.
Oh, no, no. Ah, well,
Flavor text. I could have put anything in my deck. I chose this. Not a fan, as you can tell.
there. Oh,
Oops.
so then go. All right.
Almost forgot. How do I put this in a way that's not going to offend anybody? I
Roll of
keep wanting to
thoughts
call.
here.
I keep wanting to call him a frickin' Baron. I'm like, okay, he's frickin' Baron Augustus. What the hell?
Baron.
Yes. Sir Osis comes back and hands Augustus a birdcage. There's a bright light flashing within. It comes together, and it's back to being the mouse, but covered head to toe in blood.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
Hello again.
You.
Baron Augustus says, unfortunately, many of the knights have survived. I was hoping a few would see fit to join me, but as they still have their numbers, they will continue their persecution. Or crusade? No, that might offend people. Jihad? No, no, no. I'll think of a word. I'll think of a word.
Vendetta? Vendetta?
Vendetta, yeah.
Oh dear! That
Yeah.
was worse than my joke.
What was your joke? You know you gotta tell us now, right?
I think he's thinking of the H word.
Wasn't in my head.
Oh.
What wasn't in my head, and how is that worse?
I guess it's kind of the same, and yeah. I guess it's
Everyone
kind of the
know-
same.
But
Any person with a brain knows it actually happened anyway, so.
yeah, no. The
Yeah,
the
I
joke was more between myself and Mike because they banned Crusade and Jihad the cards because it might offend people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought
didn't
you were. I
realize
thought
that.
you were
Yeah.
saying something along the lines of what I said.
Yeah, and also
Um,
they banned invoke prejudice because
Ah, oh, of course they
um,
would.
it might make people become prejudiced. I'm like, what kind of people are playing this game?
You can't escape them no matter where you go, Jeff.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I I've been playing for nearly 30 years. I've never opened a card with lightning bolt and said, "Ooh, I got to short circuit somebody's electrical system." I've never picked up a fireball and said, "I got to set fire to my neighbor." Never.
just people who think video games cause people to do that.
Mm.
Yep.
Man, if they saw me playing Postal 2, they would think I was a freaking psycho. The game gets violent.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
You played Postal 2?
I actually played Hatred.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds-
That's kind of, well, that's like more like the original Postal.
Yeah.
Postal 2
Nope.
is a lot weirder than that.
Okay, I was gonna say because Postal goes back almost to the 90s, like early 2000s.
Yeah, but Postal 2 is a
Whoa.
lot weirder because it's not just like it's not like what the original was, like a shoot 'em up and everything. There's all this weird imagery, like you fight Gary Coleman, that Gary Coleman in one of the scenes.
Oh, what you talking about, Willis?
Yes, that Gary Coleman, you fight him as a kid.
Oh, jeez. They don't spare any.
And then there's this one scene where you go into this combine with a Colt and you fight off the police and
Oh.
a lot of weird stuff happens in that game. I love it. It's my favorite game ever.
Sure.
But yeah, Hatred is similar to the original Postal, but
Mm.
not really like Postal 2. Postal 2 just went off and did its own thing with some really, really weird imagery. I don't think you have that in the original game.
Oh,
What, you're looking for Gary Coleman?
what you talking about, Willis? Is he still around, actually?
No, he died in 2010,
Okay.
age 42.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
much
pretty
younger.
young.
Yeah.
Much
Kinda
younger
sad.
than expected. It's a shame.
He fell down the stairs and hit his head and had an
Oh.
epidural hematoma. Yeah,
Oh, that's
I don't even want to hover over the link on that one.
understandably.
It's an ECG, and yeah, you do not want that happening to your head. Imagine a donut, and now actually, imagine a dinner roll. Now take a big bite out of that dinner roll. That's the ECG.
Oh,
Yeah, I've seen people with big dents in their heads. I've seen pictures of that.
No, this is just the damage to your brain.
Oh.
Like that part of your brain is now dead.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I mean, you're walking at home. I've fallen down the stairs. I'm sure you guys have fallen down the stairs, but I guess it just caught him at the wrong day, the wrong time, the wrong angle.
Yep.
We'll do
God,
it. That's an unfortunate turnabout.
I wrote a hell of a lot for this now Fishney that I finished off. Oh well. Who says that he can't come around again? Anyways, so you're royally dismissed from the court of Baron Augustus.
Aaron
All right.
Augustus.
So where are we going? Where are we going? Are we gonna just go back to that field, or I'd rather not, because those knights are still roaming around. But
Well, you skip the tower with the mirror that could block out the light. You could go see the lerps. You could go back to the town. What is it again? The French bastards.
yeah, we were heading to Regina
Ah,
or whatever it's called, but
Fayetteville. Regina's pretty far north.
okay.
Oh, oh yeah.
So
So
we
we're
just
gonna
have,
be doing
but
some
we're going
backtrack.
back that way. So
Yeah,
maybe
because
I don't know. Do you still wanna go see what the Wall of Eyes is all about or whatever? Wall of Eyes. I'm
No.
just gonna leave that to what he said. The Tarkarian, do we still want to see what that Wall of Eyes is about?
Well, if it's on the way up to Regina, I think I'd like to.
you don't really know where it is. You've just been getting clues about it.
Yeah,
But
I think we'd
you
like.
you are currently surrounded by a heck of a lot of creatures and beings and entities. And I don't really have a plan for the big black mark in the center of Doom Range. So if you want to go to the big black market, that's cool. But I'm going to be improvising it, and it's going to be deep and dangerous and horrible.
Oh,
I mean, the
I,
Big Black Market, is that a part of this dungeon thing, or mine,
that's
or wherever we are?
No,
that's where
the,
we
the,
that's where we met the eccentric shoe salesman and the artist painting there.
no. This is under Doom Range.
Oh,
Lower right hand, yeah. The underground is more back between Fayetteville and the first place that you guys went.
oh,
Where was that again? Haydenburg.
Edinburgh.
Yep.
Hang on, let me open up the map here. Okay, here we go. So right now we're at the Doom Range.
Yeah. Like on the outskirts. So the big dark looking hole in the middle, I don't really have a plan for at the present time. If you want to go, you can go, but
For some
just
reason, I feel like we need to get stronger first, because seeing that now fish thing really kind of spooked me.
hmm,
Well,
Where's the place we
Tarkarian.
could go where we could get stronger?
Perhaps that tower that we skipped on the way here. Well, that's the first place that comes to mind, at least. Could explore that place and see what the heck's going on.
That was just before the Lerps place, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Would you like to stop by the Lerp village on the way there and check on our friends? It's only what friends would do.
Well, yes,
Sorry,
of
that was
course, we're
bad.
probably going to go past that anyways. So we'll just check on our friends while we're there. But I thought you said you wanted to see the Well of Eyes, or whatever,
Yeah,
for
I
your
do.
scientific curiosity.
Which
or
I
however
do.
you called it.
Yeah, we just need to figure out where to find it. And I have no idea where it is.
Would
I was
Baron
thinking,
Augustus know?
shoot,
You've
probably
been
should have asked.
dismissed, but you're still kind of walking down the aisle. You could turn and ask.
Well,
Yeah,
if you want to ask him, he might know. I mean, you go ahead and ask him if you want to. This is your little escapade.
sure. Shoot, I'm already forgetting how to pronounce his names.
Baron Augustus?
No, this is his thaumaturgist.
Oh.
I almost want to call him
Cirrhosis.
You see, I almost wanted to call him scoliosis because that's the word that came to mind. But
Well, you want the truth? Um, After Liz was making fun of me for names, I just took cirrhosis, like of the liver, cirrhosis.
oh, Oh, okay.
Cirrhosis. See?
Oh,
That was
cirrhosis.
actually pretty clever. It sounds like a pretty cool fantasy name. See, you can make good names. What are
I
you
thought it
doing?
was.
Hey,
Just calling this one capital Regina here.
fine. It'll be renamed by the time you get there. But you're headed. I've also. I also have surreal written down. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And surreal is
Yeah.
actually my favorite type of
But
art style.
I'm just, Jeff. I know it's kind of. I know you're doing all this other awesome, cool stuff and everything, and thank you for that and everything. But just, it's as easy as putting, it's like getting a fantasy name generator online and getting something there.
I know,
Like,
but I hate those. Here, let's. Okay. Fantasy name generator. Let's do this.
Okay. We have a name
Uh,
change imminent.
no. I'm just going to
No.
read out some names.
Okay.
What gender would you like name for? Ah, what the hell? Let's do female.
Let's
Um,
see what we've got.
Random Seed 21. I have no idea what that is.
What?
Random Seed
Oh,
21. Oh, okay. Oh. Pierion Grangs Wilson. Carolivius. Mischielis. Ooh, that sounds like a good name for one of your sisters.
just chill.
I'm not.
Jealous?
I'm not. Mischielis. I
Oh,
swear to you, I'm not making this up. This is a suggestion. Raiso Shark.
he's so
Rodrigue Light.
sounds like
Or
a
Heart.
girl.
Rodri-
it sounds pretty good.
Rodrigue Dazzle, which sounds like a stripper. Kelly Og. That
Sounds
sounds
like
like a stripper
Hispanic.
too.
Rodrigue Dazzle sounds like a Hispanic who changed their ethnicity at the last minute.
Leuphemia. It says ideal for an angel. I say ideal for a venereal disease. Jarters. Oh my god. I swear I'm not making this up.
Oh,
Let me see if I can do this. This is, remember, female name. Thomas Cackle Gomez Power.
well.
Well, maybe if it's one for specifically a town or something.
No, these are just random female names. Angetel. Sanders Seuss.
Almost
Sanders Seuss. Hooflame.
Sander Seuss.
Hooflame. I don't know why these don't all have last names. That's interesting. Willia Zoga.
Oh,
Walker Stenchia.
That's called the town Zoga. Or Zogar. It's a
I'm,
Zogar.
I'm kind of enjoying Walker. I like Walker Stenchia a little bit better.
got a bit. Does
Hellweb.
have a bit of a ring to it. Hellweb?
Yeah, that's the laziest portmanteau I've ever heard. Okay, this is the bloody the Twilight thing happening. Harfang Kendlips. Oh my god.
No.
I'm just.
Pretty on the
Vampires
nose,
show
isn't it?
up that's his name.
That's pretty on the nose, isn't it?
A young vampire appears in front of you, says hi. He starts to sparkle, and he's crushed dead immediately. That was, and then the final name on our list, Westuki.
West Stooky. West
What's
Stooky.
Dookie?
Is that gonna be like
These-
the head LERP's leader or
Oh
something?
my god, these character names would be great in a book called Pirion Gang Wilson and the Ring of Doom. See our fantasy plot generator. No!
All right. I see what you mean.
There we go.
But still, I think you could just, put like two letters together or something. Like,
Ooh.
you know,
You're going to ooh.
nah. Or,
You're going to
yeah,
ooh.
you're going to ooh.
And it's neighboring country. Alright,
And
so
and the scientist called Ah.
yeah, and the,
But anyways.
I'm trying to figure a good one
I
for
suppose
Oho.
you have the right to do what you want. It's your world. I just
You just trample in it, yes.
it's just kind of confusing.
This warrior has trample.
I already know what to name
You
this. I already know what to name this episode. The Christmas episode where everybody makes fun of the GM's shitty names choosing.
I mean, you could just take a globe and like find a city in like some random place, random exotic place that we wouldn't know anything about, and use that. But you should instead you just use Regina.
How the
Uh,
Do you think
I find
Fayetteville is not a number of towns in the United States?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fayetteville.
okay, but
But-
something as well known as like Regina.
It's not well known. Even in Canada, we just say Saskatchewan and everybody goes, okay, shithole.
Saskatchewan.
Like, Saskatchewan is kind of the Oklahoma of Canada.
That's a pretty good description.
I don't know anything about Oklahoma.
Or-
I only know about Florida.
Florida.
Imagine going to Florida and
Yes.
you go to Disneyland, or is it World there? I think it's Disney World.
It's
It's
both.
Disney World, yes.
Disney
But
World.
yeah, Disney World is the big
Except
one
except take away Disney World and just have a big flat parking lot as far as the eye can see.
there. Liminal.
Yeah, that's Saskatchewan and Oklahoma, just grain.
Wow.
If you're
Oh, so it's one of those places.
yeah, if you're flying over in a helicopter or a plane, it's kind of cool because you can see the different fields and it's like a really cool checkerboard pattern.
Yeah, I've seen that with some places in the United States.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so it's just a lot of fields. It's one of those
And-
fields for miles.
yes. And they
Like-
have the University of Saskatchewan, the Saskatchewan Roughriders, who are bloody cheaters and do not deserve to be in the league.
Is that the hockey league or?
No, that's our football league. Which is,
I just assumed it was hockey. I
Yeah.
am so sorry.
So
our football
I
is
did-
different because we have 3 downs. You guys got 4, we got 3. And
Okay, but is it still like American football?
Yes.
It's not like national football. I mean, like
that's what I was
soccer,
gonna
what we
ask.
call soccer.
it's like the NFL,
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
except it's
Yeah,
Canadian
that's pretty-
football because we were playing the game before you.
Interesting.
The first
I didn't know
game,
you guys had football.
yeah, the first game was actually between a Canadian university and a United States university.
Oh wow.
And they liked the way the Canadians were playing so much, they adopted a lot of the Canadian rules, and that's where the NFL eventually comes from.
Cool.
Our field is 10 yards longer, 10 yards wider, and our goalpost is on the goal line. So just imagine all those touchdowns that you've seen thrown, except there's a goalpost in the way.
Jeez.
It's worth it for the bloopers.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
You get some quarterback, perfect read, throws up, and then chunk, the thing hits it uprights, and yep, no good.
Ooh.
Second down, and you only get 3 downs.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So we were still Tarkarian. You were gonna ask about the
Well of eyes.
yeah, well of eyes, or what I
Yeah.
called the wall of eyes.
Well,
I'm just gonna make that a thing. I'm just gonna have Tenacity keep calling it the wall
Wall.
of eyes.
And you know what? There might actually be a wall of eyes out there.
it doesn't sound too out of it actually. Hey, Cirrhosis. I do have one further question for you. I'm assuming
Step-
he's still with us and hasn't departed from our company.
He's close enough you can get a hold of him. Step this way, my friend. We'll just leave the sight of my lord.
Yeah. Do you happen to know anything about a well of eyes in the general area?
I have heard of it. I haven't personally seen it myself. It's a common legend amongst the people throughout the land. And I've been onto the towns on the mainland, it's still there. Supposedly it is in the south part of our little peninsula. But I regret to tell you, adventurer, I know not where.
The south
Hmm.
part of the peninsula. So it's not too far from this. Sounds like it's not too far from the Doom range then. Would you say?
I would like to tell you that, but My companions and I have ridden all over this range, and we have never come across anything like it.
Hmm. Yeah, it's something at least. I know when we tried to bring it up over in Darkhaven, the locals were pretty opposed to the idea. Let's
Ah,
put it that way.
Monsters.
just as I suspected. Some take the superstitions much too far, but if it was as they say, surely we would have found it by now, and we absolutely should have recognized the signs. I mean, a well of eyes. People stop off for water anywhere that they can get it. So someone's going to look down there, or more horribly, cast a bucket down. I, I
Well,
can't.
what is that going to do? Are they just gonna stare at the bucket? Does
I,
not sound that scary to me.
I appreciate your courage, my lady, but I personally would not want to pull that out of the well and go to take a refreshing sip, and you understand where I'm going.
Would there be eyes in the water or something?
Some sort of contamination.
Mm,
Thinking.
since I've never seen it, I can't tell, but the impression I always had was it was a well filled with eyes.
Yes,
Oh,
that's what we were told. But are the eyes on the walls, or are they in the water? Are they like eyeballs floating around?
Again, my knowledge has failed you, mistress, but please be assured that I have always imagined it as being a regular well with eyes instead of water about halfway down. But that is
oh,
just
All
the
right,
little bit of knowledge that I
would be a
have.
little. That
okay.
makes a little bit more sense as
Uh,
far as scariness goes. I would, well, I've eaten eyes before, but it would not be nice to have a surprise like that.
I appreciate your patience. I do try to be diligent, but the master has so many priorities right now that I
That's
haven't
all
been able
right.
to indulge in such projects.
Completely
That is all right.
understandable.
Thank you for giving us the knowledge you do have, my friend.
Appreciate appreciate you sharing with us what you do know. Some certain things around here are
Oh,
just
I nearly forgot.
hmm,
There is a part of the legend not told in every single town, and it's
oh,
that if you simply search, the well will find you.
Oh,
oh lovely. Hmm. Well,
well,
I certainly have an intent to find it, so hopefully that part of the legend proves true. I
Good luck
appreciate
on
your
you and
help.
your good luck on your adventures.
Thank you,
thank you,
Sir
sir.
Rostis. Send our regards to your master for us.
As always, and he gives a flourish and departs.
So, I think I know what we could do now with that bit of knowledge. As
What do
long
we
as we
want to
have the
do?
as long as we have the intent to find the well of eyes, we could search around the area. He
Well, that
mentioned,
old man, he mentioned that there was a creature that would show up in Darkhaven.
oh yes,
Perhaps we could follow this creature wherever it goes, or
see
but
if we
maybe
can
then
try
he
and
wouldn't be
catch it.
fast enough.
Hmm. Well, certainly wouldn't hurt. Well, I shouldn't say it wouldn't hurt to try, but it could certainly be something we could attempt. Comes around at nighttime, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Why don't we make
that's
our
what
way
the old
back?
man said.
Good.
Or maybe
Rec-
if it was the old man, maybe it wasn't.
yeah, whoever he was. Well, I think stopping by Darkhaven would be helpful too. That way we could check out our new gear that we got, huh?
I said,
Or
but
we
you
could,
mean test it?
eh,
Well, neither of you really knows what it does. You got an axe, he got a cloak.
yeah.
It
Figure
just
we.
seemed. Are we going to use it on the citizens there? Because
I don't think he
Oh
was
no.
suggesting mass murder. I think he was just saying
yeah,
a tryout.
And I want to try it in a safe place instead of out in the middle, instead of out in the wilds somewhere.
you
yeah,
might you might hit a lerp.
Yep. I certainly wouldn't want to give. I certainly wouldn't want to get into a misunderstanding with the LERPs. That's for certain. So what do you
Well,
say?
that's just the
Should we
townsfolk didn't seem very friendly with us.
only when we mention the Well of Eyes, though, from
Yes,
what I
well,
do
I don't.
remember.
They
No,
probably remember that we mentioned the Well of Eyes before. And,
they were pretty unfriendly from the beginning.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That doesn't mean they'd murder you. It means they might. It doesn't mean that they will.
Hmm.
true. I just don't think we should pick fights when we don't have to.
Oh no, I'm I'm not suggesting any needless action here. I just want to see what the heck happens when we equip our gear, so to say. Maybe we can just check it out right now, save ourselves some trouble.
What time is it now?
Game time, it's getting towards about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, maybe we can make it back to Darkhaven before dark.
Yeah.
If not,
Would you like to
you know,
do that?
if not, you do have camping gear.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, would you like to go back to Darkhaven and see if we can find anything, or would you like to go anywhere else that Cirrhosis mentioned?
Well, I know that Cirrhosis did give an indication that the Well of Eyes was in the southern part of this peninsula, but
Yeah.
maybe maybe we should start by just searching around there and then head up north and then head back to Darkhaven if if it comes out fruitless. Doesn't look like it's too far off route.
Yeah. I suppose we should go there then. So not back to Darkhaven, but
Yeah,
keep going farther down the peninsula. It seems.
yep, we'll stay close to the water side there since that's where Cirrhosis mentioned it was close to. We'll be able to go inland back to Darkhaven if we need to.
All right. Well, uh, I don't understand this science thing, but I suppose if you want to, I don't want to lose a friend, but may not be able to rescue you if we get in trouble.
Oh,
Do you want to
well,
go like towards the coast on the east side or towards the coast on the south side?
I was thinking more on the south side there. Right, right close to that, right close to to where that gorge is or wherever that split is, around that general area.
Can you see the map? Because I still cannot see the map.
Oh well, I have the image of the map saved to my computer. That's how I'm looking
Would
at
you
it.
mind would you mind uploading that because I have it in my hand.
Let me go ahead and drop it off on the Discord here, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do that. I'll be back in a second.
That's my bad. Where is it? Here it is.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that was the Doom range there.
Yep, that's where we just were. And I guess I'm gonna sing the Doom song now. Doom, doom, doomy, doom, 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 doom.
Sorry, I was
doomy,
just
doom.
thinking of an SPG song because I was
No
looking at the
problem.
fire of the candle, and they have this song about a bunch of astronauts getting killed by fire in space.
Oh,
It's a very destructive song despite the cheery atmosphere.
well.
Hope we can make it, stop and break it, the doors are all locked down. Floating on the beat, gotta reach that corridor. Sirens are blaring, dreams are staring.
Nice.
As they watch them cry, they'll be back soon.
Okay. So you guys are heading south, are you?
Yep.
Yes, that's at least what Tarkarian wants to do.
We can just follow the river back up to Darkhaven if we need to. Assuming he has a map of this whole place.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, because it's scientific curiosity.
Oh, no, I like the scientific curiosity.
But still, tenacity is just like, okay, whatever. I guess you'll need someone to protect you. Blah blah blah. I don't want to lose a friend. Blah blah blah.
Ah,
If you're so set on this.
So, given
well,
the amount of time left in a day, you would,
yeah, I'm pretty sure that means we'll have to camp it. We'll probably have to camp at night if we stay around too long.
yeah. I'm going to be generous and say that you get around the Doom Range to just beside the ocean water, and that's when the sun starts going down. So you figure you need firewood, you need all that sort of stuff. So you need time to properly cook the meat or the beef jerky.
Oh,
How would we
indeed.
cook beef jerky?
Um, because it's not like a Slim Jim like we get today. It's more like the leather on the bottom of your shoe.
Okay.
You have to you
Oh,
have,
they're like beef strips, that
yeah.
kind of thing.
So you gotta, yes, get it in there first to get the salt out of it, and to
Ah,
make it soft enough so that you can chew it.
Okay. That makes more sense.
sure.
Yep, hardtack, and basically the best thing to do it. Hardtack is just flour, water, and salt. So it's basically glue, and it's dried
Oh,
out. Most people who are any sort of decent cooks would find, carrots or onions or what have you on the way, put them in the pot to boil, put the meat in, and then just put the hardtack and smash it with a hammer or whatever they had handy. That way it would be small enough so they could pour it in and let the soup soak into it and eat it as a soup. Because everything's so rock hard and tasteless that you kind of got to make it work somehow.
Yeah.
whatever ends up suiting taste buds best.
Mm. So
Uh,
camp there overnight. I don't really like doing random encounters. We're not even going to bother. You do keep watch because you guys can take shifts. There's enough of you.
yep,
So
there's a
you guys split the watch any way you like. It doesn't matter. So you wake up in the morning, refreshed, ready to go. One ration lighter.
yep, and
Yep.
let's
You're still following the coast, right?
yep, just
Yep.
sticking to the coastline there. We're probably getting close to that river split there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see anything? I don't see anything. Do you see anything? I don't see anything.
Hmm.
Are we there yet?
S-
There's no sign of
We
this.
don't
well.
even know what this well looks like.
We haven't even
Is it
seen
like a
any
ground
wells.
well? Is it like a trap door? Is it like a stone? Does it have stones around it? What are we even supposed to look for? Does the well of eyes have eyes carved into it?
Yeah, there is a lot that we don't know about this, do we? This is starting to look less and less promising. Like, I'd say we give it at least a little more effort. Then we can just detour back to Darkhaven and figure out what to do.
You hear the howling of wolves in the distance.
Oh,
We got some company this time.
what do we got? Grab my axe and shield.
Oh yeah, you're in the wild. You're in nowhere. Do you want to test your stuff out?
Yeah, we.
Well, I
Might
was
as-
grabbing the big axe and the shield right now, but
Okay, let
just
me
getting
let me make
ready
it
for
easier.
anything.
The wolves are just basically passing the night. I was just messing with you, but
okay.
It's just an instinctive reaction. from the sound of it.
Yeah, well, I'm the barbarian, so obviously I
Yeah.
hear wolves, I grab stuff.
It makes perfect sense to me. So,
but yeah,
it's like,
the fun I was going to get out of um, having phantom
Children
wolves.
of the night.
Yeah.
What beautiful music they make, eh?
Where was that from again?
Dracula.
Oh,
Yeah, the fun I was going to have you chasing after wolves that are not interested in you. I'd have more fun. that, that was
Robo
that,
Reggie.
that was my plan. Was just have you run around for wolves for a bit. But
Oh, a wild wolf chase.
yeah, wild wolf chase. But then I realized, yeah, you guys still have to figure out what your weapons do, and it's not fair to have you go any further without you trying them out. So who's going first?
I will, I suppose.
I guess I'll take this opportunity to equip my cloak. That goes with my current robe, doesn't it? Or on top of it.
Yeah,
Yep. So I
you feel like
take
it's
my
pulling
cloak.
you upwards.
Whoa. Well, it really does feel light. It almost feels like I'm being lifted.
Roll with your intelligence and your dexterity.
So
So
that's two
two
d20s.
two d20s, yes.
Yeah, hold on, let me scroll up and check my stats here. Ooh, that's gonna be interesting.
Your intelligence is a 16. Your dexterity
And
is
my
a 9.
dexterity's a 9. Yeah. I'll do intelligence first. Keep it separate.
Okay, well done.
And now I'll do dexterity. Ouch.
So you figured out it's a cloak of flying, but while you're messing about trying to figure out how to make it work, you wind up falling a couple times. Minor injuries, nothing terrible. Like you feel you feel worse than you actually are. Like you
But
feel.
like half
Hmm?
it's like point 0.5 HP damage.
It's like have you ever seen The Greatest American Hero?
No, I haven't.
Okay. This
But I mean, I get
Hello?
I
Hey, we can hear you.
Okay, I
s-
thought Jeff. I thought you went out.
yeah, it sounded like you were about to say something, but then your mic cut off or something. I think it just happened again.
No, I'm just being quiet because I'm
Okay,
dumping
He's
so
something in the
thinking.
chat.
oh, okay. So yeah, Tarkirian
Okay,
takes over.
want us to
So-
watch that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a
we'll
sec,
watch
I
that then.
think. Oh, nice
Hang
outfit.
on, I've got a freaking 15-minute ad, 15-second ad.
You're not doing it right.
Why do you
You
think I
won't.
can afford to fly to Dubai?
You gotta run like 3 steps and jump with your hands
richest
out in
coun-
front of you.
See, I've never done this before.
Yep.
It's my first.
Trying
what do
to
you call
fly.
it?
You're not doing it right.
My dad is calling the police.
Looks like the scene from Shazam.
Terrific.
Aw.
3 steps, huh?
You jump hard, like off a diving board. You're not very good at this.
Tell me about it, kid.
Aw, poor kid. Yeah, that would pretty much be what it's like here. Yep. Looks about right to me. Oh! Oh, jeez.
Pinnacle looks very concerned.
Oh! Yeah, I can see that happening here. That actually works perfectly.
So
Oh!
I think we're
Yeah.
gonna make this kind of a thing, just like him, where you're smart enough to do it, but you just haven't developed the balance and everything yet.
Yeah, still gotta feel it out and all that. I can go with that.
That looks like a fun movie.
It
Oh,
does.
it was like 4 seasons of. It starts off that aliens come to Earth to try to give a super suit to somebody, but that person winds up getting killed. and he's a school teacher, so they give it to him, but he lost the instruction manual, so that's why he has no idea what he can do with the
Oh, man.
suit.
I wonder if
Greatest.
that kid was one of the aliens then.
No, the kid. Remember, the kid was there. My dad's calling the police. Okay.
Oh,
How did
that's
how did
right.
you say that I do this again? 3 steps and jump. Okay. It was a funny show. Just funny. Like my mother and I used to watch that when I was a wee one.
Oh, nice. So a
Like,
Tarkarian's a hero and the kid's the LARP.
I think kids like you wherever you go.
Yep.
We haven't really encountered many children.
Well. I
And-
think that's an apt comparison for Tarkarian's first flight. So, like when Tenacity's trying to fight the wolves, Tarkarian's just ricocheting all over the place, trying to figure the darn thing out.
You shouldn't have
Right
tried
down-
to fly.
I didn't know this thing would fly. Ouch! Oh,
If gnomes would have been meant to fly, they would have been born with wings.
tell me about it. Ouch! Oh,
You're not making this very fit. You're not making this fight any easier.
hey, what can I say? I'm just winging it. Ouch!
Oh!
Pinnacle
Gundar-
flies
You
along.
deserved that one.
Pinnacle flies beside you, like staring at you, like flapping its wings, kind of trying to help.
His wings.
His wings. Sorry, did I say her? I apologize.
You said it's.
It's okay. Sorry, 2022 gender identity politics. I apologize.
No kidding on that.
Like he has a gender. We gave him a gender.
Yeah, and then I just imagine Gundark standing off in the background, just face palming himself like, "Aye, these twats."
Well, anyways, I'm gonna try to get the throwing axe or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, Gundark's just making a mental note what to steal when you crash.
Yeah. Wouldn't be Gundark with it.
Bad
Wouldn't be
Gundark, no! I will hit you with the blunt end of my new throwing axe. Don't think about it, Gundark.
Don't
I
even
can just
think
see him
about it.
just thinking, he's like, don't think about it, Gundark.
That little cloud balloon appears over his head and says, I bet he has some great stuff in the backpack.
Discombobulate. Yeah, some
Anyway,
Tarkarians.
so I'm gonna just try and throw a throwing axe at one of the wolves or something.
You don't really see any wolves, but there is a tree.
Okay. Well, I guess I will throw it
Oh.
at throw it at the shrubbery.
Oh, if you decorate a shrubbery with your throwing axe.
Oh, I'm
Actually,
just
pretty
kidding.
good
I'll
cut,
just
wasn't
throw
it?
it at the tree.
No, I was just saying, if you
We're
were
gonna.
dec-
I'm afraid I'm gonna hit an ant.
Oh, you mean like the one I came across
Okay.
when we played Don't Starve?
I promise there's no Ents here at the moment.
At the moment. Okay,
Well,
that's good.
for all I know, you move downstream and come into the Grove events. I mean, I don't know.
Oh shoot. I'm still thinking about our time at Don't Starve. That was
Yeah.
funny. But
That
yeah,
was so funny. We told you about that, right, Jeff? That I
Oh,
was
yeah.
just standing there
Yep.
collecting some trees, and then Michael came by like, "Run, Paul!" And he's being followed by this enormous ant.
my character's running across her screen, and this giant ant is just creeping out from the other side, slowly towards us. It's it was the perfect thing. But yeah, so throwing your axe at the tree.
I would make you roll to attack, but it's pointless because you're going to keep throwing till you hit the damn thing.
Yeah.
So you hit it, but it almost feels like there's a string in your hand.
So I kind of just pull it back.
Yep, and the axe comes screaming back at you. You know what? Roll against your dexterity, just for fun.
Let's do
I
it.
gotta get hurt too.
Didn't say you had to get hurt. I just said you had to succeed.
Well, I was just thinking, like, we're talking about poor Tarkarian over there. It's like, it only makes sense that I would get it. Something would happen to me, too.
Why
Oh,
patients
there
who
we
are
go!
experiencing sensitivity have to make compromise.
Roll the
Well,
d6. You got a high crit.
you know, this whole messing up magic items was not what an idea that I started the day with, but I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of liking it, at least for the first time. I think we're going to keep the cape until Tarkirian rolls successfully. But yeah, that thing jumps right back to your hand.
Uh,
You turn it over. You see an inscription. You know, for he who is worthy to wield the power of tenacity.
Gee, though. They changed it when it was a girl that
Yeah.
called it.
really? I didn't actually watch more.
when female Thor took over, they changed the inscription. At least in the comics. I don't know how if there was anything that happened in
The movie.
in
Yeah.
Oh, I
Love
see.
and Thunder because I did not watch that.
Sure, I didn't
No.
watch it either. But
Disney needs to figure out one or two shows, and they're going to run them properly and stick with them for a year or two so that people are hungry and saying, you know, this is exciting. I want to see what's happening. And
I know Disney is just not doing well. Critical Drinker did like a whole.
Oh,
you see
yeah,
Critical
yeah,
Drinker's, like
yeah.
summary of the year, and he was talking about like how all Disney was doing was hiring all these writers who just had no experience.
Yeah.
and
no, they had
all
experience
just
working
trying
for
to
like
save money.
the local theater or their own independent company,
Yeah.
and here you go, have a $200 million budget, and that way you can present your one-act play in 3D.
Exactly.
No, that was way too funny.
Yeah.
But he's 100% right. Is the sad part.
Yeah. I love Critical Drinker. He just did a whole thing. He just did a thing on Willow. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but but yeah, I can see now Disney is purposely hiring some writers that are not that great, probably because of diversity or whatever, but also I think they might be trying to save money or something.
Yeah.
So they're not hiring the big guns.
Save money, and I think in their heart they're trying to say we're giving new talent a chance. But the same token, as Kevin Smith said, you got to do the safe movie, and then you do the artsy movie.
Exactly.
And
And
they're-
just with the Marvel movies should be the safe movies.
Yeah.
You know, they
They were-
shouldn't be
they used
handing
to
these
be,
to like
yeah.
artsy directors.
they used to be the safe movies, didn't they?
hmm And like they're finally getting the Star Wars formula down. Just
Yeah,
please show us somewhere other than Tatooine.
exactly. Tatooine,
It was really cool in 1977. Like, that's where it ends.
Mos Eisley, a wretched gathering of scum and villainy.
Hmm.
Yep. Oh well.
Spoken by Alec Guinness. And the only person that could replace him was a guy that played a hardcore druggie in his previous movies.
Oh.
Hey, didn't you know Obi-Wan Kenobi, the actor, was
Ewan
one
McGregor?
Ewan McGregor was one of the stars in Trainspotting?
Shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I mean,
There's
I
one
thought-
for
I
there's
know
one for your movie night, because if nothing else, the soundtrack is banging.
He's also
That
Moulin
one's kind
Rouge,
that's the
wasn't he?
one with the baby crawling on the ceiling, right? The
Yeah.
zombie baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen that.
Train. Oh yeah, Train Spotting, and he was in Moulin Rouge as well, wasn't he?
Might have been.
Yeah, I think he was the main. I think he was like the protagonist in Moulin Rouge.
Sorry,
Anyways.
Moulin Rouge is one of those movies that I saw in university with university friends who were all intoxicated on something or another.
I see.
Well, that's kind of appropriate for Moulin Rouge if you consider the freaking green fairy seed.
Ah,
Now,
Wow.
don't be making fun of my absinthe like that. It's the drink of poets and madmen, and I ain't no poet.
Anyways.
Yep.
so the
So-
this is working
I
out.
just got the axe and it
Yes.
has the description on it. We're gonna really go that meta, aren't we?
Oh.
Are we? Or was that just a
You know
joke?
what? Let's go that meta, because the funny part is your character can't read.
There are some of these words on this handle. I do
Tarkirian,
not know what they mean.
Tarkirian can't hear you. He's busy holding onto a tree branch trying to get down.
I just go over to
Medical
him.
help
Sir,
me.
sir, what do these read? What do these say? As he's trying
I can't see from up here. Get me off of this thing.
is he like high above me, or can I actually reach him?
Like, I'm thinking he's.
You know what? We're going to make it fun. Just
Oh.
close enough you think you can get him, but you have doubts.
Oh.
Want to guess what you're going to be rolling?
Try to put the branch down.
That would be your. I suppose in this case we would have to go with your dexterity because normally it's a strength, but you need to grab him before you can use your strength.
Okay.
Let's go. Come on.
All right. So what was it? Oh, D6.
Oh, this is
What-
going to be a slapstick-filled session. I like this.
1d20 minus 4.
-4.
Ooh, she still gets it. Yeah, because picture your legs are kind of stubby being a gnome, and she's below you, kind of reaching up. The sun's in her eyes, all this sort of things. And
Yep.
It was
this
night.
is this. Sorry, it's no. We already
It's
there
the
was
next
evening.
day.
There was evening and there was morning, a second day.
Ah, okay. So we're having the training session as the sun rises, like freaking Karate Kid.
Danielson. Danielson. Okay.
Everybody was
Okay,
then,
Then it's a -7. No, I'm kidding.
Dang
So-
it.
So you succeed. It's a little difficult, but you manage to wrangle the gnome down from his perch.
Oh, thank you. It was
Pin-
quite the
Pinnacle,
flight.
Pinnacle is shaking his head.
Laugh,
Well, remember,
laugh it up.
Pinnacle is intelligent, but he's not necessarily smart. Quite the opposite. He's got like bare minimum intelligence to talk. So he's like, I don't get it. You flap your wings. Why aren't you flapping your wings? I do not understand. You flap your wings. Every bird knows this. Talk to the hummingbird. Talk to the robin.
Laugh it up, feather brain. At least we got some. Oh, man, I need to. This is gonna take some
Slap
getting
it
used
up,
to.
bird brain.
I do. This cloak should be quite interesting to use, though. Once I get the hang of it, I do like the idea of flight, or at least levitation.
I was going to make it boots of flight.
Oh, like Hermes.
Yeah. But the scene that was brewing in my head was Augustus saying, "Those wonderful feet. I have the perfect boots for them."
I think that's better. I think that's better uttered from a different character here.
Everybody in this kingdom has a foot fetish. It's just,
I can just imagine him doing that for Tenacity's next set of boots. Your tiefling feet, they need good covers. I have good shoe.
I actually don't know this. Tiefling don't actually have human-like feet, right? They don't like have hooves or anything, right?
I
That's a
I'm
good
not a
question.
tiefling. Let's just look at random images on the internet for a second, because I honestly, as a general rule, they're kind of wearing BDSM boots, but
BDSM boots, of course.
That's a description.
well, here,
Yeah.
just 1 second.
Is that what they look like, kind of?
Okay, let's get a consensus here. I'm saying those are feet because those boots got to have something to hold them up.
Boots, form.
Yeah, those look like humanoid feet.
Hang on a minute.
was just curious, but yeah,
No, it
it
was
looks like people.
Yeah,
I
that's
was curious too, and I was going to read the description, and then I'm like, why hurt my brain? Just
yeah,
just let the deviant art people take over. You know?
Yeah, it
yeah.
looks
Why
like they have normal humanoid feet, not that.
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
use several words when you can just use 1,000? Right. I get it.
Some of these, some of these guys have wings.
Yep.
Some of them do, not all of them. It's okay. I
Wait.
don't need wings.
Um, I'll probably be giving them to you at some point, but right now, given the fact that Tarkirian's a lot more squishy than you are, I'm just trying to give him another way to get away from a fight,
Yeah.
I
or
agree with that.
or to send him alone on a solo scouting mission or something like that.
Yeah, that's something. That's something that could work
Yeah,
too.
but I do have a tail, of course. So.
Yes,
Yeah.
and what a wonderful tale it is. You can hold 3 beers instead of 2.
Ooh.
What?
I should be
She's
using my. I should. I keep forgetting that she has a tail. I need to use that more. maybe I can just grip my axe or something, and then use the other hand to use the throwing axe,
you know that
or
would
use it to grip the
Be
shield.
like a
Why
do
haven't
like
I
a
been using my
scorpion.
tail?
Do a scorpion style kind of thing. That could be cool.
I don't know if it's prehensile, but
Now Tarkirian has a cloak.
oh my
So
god,
he takes.
I never
What?
finished writing the question.
Oh,
Oh, they are prehensile tails.
Ooh, nice.
Actually, it
Monkey
says
tail.
it says many tieflings have tails, but some have long, flexible tails that we can use to carry items. Well, you have a prehensile tail. First answer I
nice.
had was first answer I had out of Wikipedia was yes, and then Reddit was arguing, and Reddit argues over everything.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, the internet argues over
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
I like
So,
balloons. If you like balloons, you're a loser. What?
Anyways.
So you've cocked, locked, and ready to rock, eh?
Yep.
Good.
Yep. Oh, very good. Tarkirian's a little dizzy, but he'll manage.
Stop running into things. Squee fix. Try not to fly.
Yeah. I can't blame you, Squee. At least
Oh
not
yeah,
yet.
because the lurch is still in his backpack flying around with him.
Oh dear. I'm
For
gonna
this
do something
You
silly
better
here.
check on the lurch. Better check on our
Yeah.
friend.
lerp.
Better make sure that our
I'm gonna
friend
reach-
isn't hurt. Our very, very dear friend.
Yeah. I'm gonna reach my hand in the bag and search around for any sign of LARP.
Nothing there.
Are you okay?
Ah, mother of mercy. I think the LARP fell out. Dang it. Now we gotta find him.
Are you anywhere? Dear friend, where are you?
Should I take this? Maybe in my panic I'll try to use my cloak again and try and stabilize my levitation to get a better look around.
Roll against your dex.
Let's do it. Let's see what happens here, people. I'm gonna try again out of panic and see what the heck happens. Hey.
You have a mostly stable flight, but you don't really see anything.
LARP! LARP! Can you hear us? I say while I'm still in the air. LARP!
About 20 minutes goes by, and you're feeling a little bit frustrated because you're not finding anything.
Oh man. Oh man, I hope he
Lost
didn't get
the lurch.
I hope he didn't get too injured or anything amidst that first test flight. So I guess I'm still looking around the ground and just trying to see if there's any signs of
Still
tussling.
looking. Lurp! Where are you, Lurp?
Guess I can
Where
try
you-
to backtrack.
imagine a roughly square field, north, east, west, south, all that sort of stuff. Um, the trees are to the north. The
Yep.
shore is to the south.
Yep.
So, roughly, where would you be looking?
Um. Yeah, we were in the tree. I think we were surrounded by trees when we were testing our gear, so I think we're still looking at we're still looking at the forested area, so a bit more up north.
Gundark and Squee go to check the south, but down where the seashore is.
So maybe,
So, what's Tenacity doing?
I am still looking around near. So we're in a field. I thought I threw something at a tree. Is there like a tree in this field?
Yet there's trees to the north. You're in grass transitioning into sand, and at the south would be like the beach area. It's one of those beautiful tropical beaches with sand that goes off to eternity. It has those beautiful sunsets.
Okay. And did Tarkarian is Tarkarian looking in through the forest?
yeah,
Yes.
that's where I'm opting to look
Okay,
since I
so I'll
hit a
just
bunch of
keep looking
trees on my
through the
first
field
flight.
here, kind of
I hit
looking
a bu
downwards because the lerp would probably be down. Trying to be careful with where I step.
Yep, I hit a bunch of trees on my first flight, so
I
that's
could
why
just
I'm
use
looking
the
at the
tail to,
trees.
sweep away the grass.
Okay, both
Oh,
you
that's pretty
roll
good.
1d6. You know the drill. 1 to 3 is good, 4 to 6 is bad.
Oh, one of the few times I'm happy to have the lowest roll.
Oh,
So, Tarkirian is searching through the woods when you find the lerp up against a tree, completely asleep.
Oh, thank thank the divines. Hey. Oh, well, he's sleeping, so I wouldn't want to disturb him, so I just hover slowly up to him.
The,
Hey.
the lerp yawns, stretches out his little arms, looks up at you and says, "Hi there."
Oh, you had us worried sick, little buddy. We thought you might have fallen out of we thought you fell out of my bag earlier.
No, no, I saw that you were playing around with the cape. I jumped out and came over here. I thought it would be safer.
You're you're as smart as you are friendly. I really do appreciate that. I was worried you might have gotten hurt after my first flight. Would you like to come back with us now? Where the rest of us are looking for you too.
Yes, but I'm going to ride with the tall lady.
Okay, that would actually be a safe move. The tall lady, if you come with me, I can take you back to her.
He's more than happy to go with you.
Ah, well, that's a relief. So then I start making our way back to the field.
Mental
Try and find
note, the lerp is with Liz now.
Yep.
it makes sense. The lerp would not want to be a Tarkarian pod anymore.
It, I, as sad as as much as I'm gonna miss having the lerp buddy with my bag, I have to agree with this.
Yeah, I did not want to roleplay that. I'm just like, no, shut it down now.
Sounds good.
Because like,
Sounds good to me.
That could have gotten messy.
well,
Yeah,
my
like if the
my
lerp,
choices were he fell out of the bag, in which case he's pissed off,
yeah,
or he decided since everybody was asleep and you guys were messing around, he's like, I know that's a cloak of flying, so I'm just going anywhere.
I'm not gonna.
yeah, the smart guy. Do the smart thing.
There's only 100 of them. They have to survive.
I know you actually showed us the clips of the actual lerps that you got the inspiration from,
Yeah.
but for some reason, when I see this Pokemon from this newest game, I think it would also fit the look pretty well. I'll just share it.
What do
I'll
you?
just share it here in the chat while we're playing.
Or are you playing the latest game that a lot of people don't like for some reason?
it it's not without reason. I'm gonna say that right now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna post this image in the chat while we're continuing this session. Don't want to hold us up too much. Imagine that. I imagine this little gremlin could be kind of what it looks like. Oh, that's how I'm seeing it now anyway. Or at least some variant of it.
My imagination is pretty flexible, so we'll go with that. Maybe
Its fully evolved form is funny.
maybe not
I'll
that
just
maybe not that color.
yeah, that's fine. And just for the just for a quick laugh, I'll show you its evolved version and how chaotic it is. Cause it has a big ass hammer.
Yeah, because that just naturally follows. And
I can go a little bit more into the lore about this, but I'll save it for later. I just wanted to share a little headcanon.
if it didn't have the hammer, I would say that would be a female lerp.
And well, the thing about this line is that they're all female, so
Mhm.
you'd be correct.
Maybe
That's one
maybe that's going to be the lore about the lerps. No,
and the leader.
they start off like when they're born, they're male, and then when they reach like 60 years old, they change to female,
Oh wow.
and they're the more aggressive lerps, and so the one that you've got with you is kind of changing from male to female.
I'm in danger.
Freaking going through some kind of menopause.
Metamorphosis.
But like reverse menopause.
Yeah, reverse menopause. There we go.
All right.
You know what menopause is, right, Michael?
I know of it.
You've
I can
never
just look it up while we're talking here.
never experienced it, so
Yeah.
It-
Well, you wouldn't, of course.
well,
I'm gonna
I know
experience it. It's gonna be so fun.
I figure you're getting pretty close to andropause, so. What? I'm serious.
Actually, I don't know what that is either, so I can't say.
Andropause is andropause is a male version of menopause. When like your body
Oh.
stops producing as much testosterone, your hair goes
Oh.
gray. All the
Wow, I
really.
didn't know that was a
Yeah.
thing.
Me neither. Wow.
Welcome to the
Excellent.
educational part of the program.
You see, this is the stuff we need to be learning in school, I'm telling you.
It is. I don't know why it's not because
Yeah, we
Stuck-
learned the stupidest stuff in school that we never use again.
Actually,
yeah, like my daughter's
We
in.
need more like home economics and actual stuff we'll
Yeah.
actually use.
Yeah, my daughter's in grade 5, and they still haven't taught them division.
you're kidding me.
I'm not because we were a little hard on her because we're like division. You're in grade 5. You should know this. And we're writing out division. I'm sitting down explaining it, and then my wife went to a parent-teacher interview, and the teacher said, "No, we haven't done division yet." What?
You're kidding. Dang.
Yeah,
I
the
think
whole
I remember-
pandemic and everything has put every child at least a year and a half behind.
Jeez,
So
I realized it was like that.
no, I'm not I'm not criticizing the teachers here. I want to make that perfectly clear. But
Sure.
there's such a disruption. We're in class, we're out of class, and I could see how the teachers were struggling. Like Angela, when she's bored, she starts to sing. And I would just sit upstairs and have a nap or read a book or whatever it was and listen to her. And Angela, you need to pay attention. Oh, okay. And sure enough, a couple minutes later, I heard her singing.
Oh,
But yeah,
that's
Elizabeth is right when she's saying home economics is definitely a priority.
I do wish we had that too. Yeah.
I had
That's
it.
where you-
I had it. It was one class. I remember they taught us how to do dishes, which I learned that better from summer camp. But a lot of the simple things like how to set a household budget and stuff like that was excellent.
Yeah, that's the stuff that we need, or
Well,
needed, or still need.
this is back in the early 80s, so I mean, it was also the point where, you know, you would be bullied because you look different.
Oh,
God forbid you're a different sexual orientation because you don't talk about that. It was used as a slur. And believe me, if somebody used that slur against you, a fight was expected to break out. Yeah,
yeah, yep, yep.
different decade, different world. They're talking about the anti-bullying campaigns and stuff now. I'm like, you still can't stop bullies, but they're not as
Yeah,
bad as they were in my time.
I can believe it. I can.
But the thing is, we didn't have the internet. Like I'm struggling with this whole Discord thing because the lessons
Oh
my
yeah.
parents taught me were very different, and
Oh,
I'm trying to translate like 70s and 80s to 2022. It's like,
ah,
I even talked with my father, and he's like, well, never really had an answer for that one.
hmm.
All right, I am back.
Oh my God,
What are you
who's that?
guys talking about?
Wait, who? Wait, who's this person?
Yeah,
Where'd they come from?
we've been hacked. Initiate immediate shutdown procedures. Code word is Alpha Foxtrot Romeo.
Alpha Foxtrot Romeo. Yeah, just kind of talking about the changes of the times and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, home economics and stuff like that. We started where
Yeah.
you left off, and we never kind of left.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, I had to go check on something. There was a
Text that I got on my phone. So
No
it was
problem.
just my mom talking about Christmas Day, so I will check
Okay.
that later.
now I'll be honest, I don't really have a plan for this area. So,
I was gonna say that things are starting to. I think I may have to start winding down a little bit in in the near
Yeah, I still have
future,
some
a
work
little
to
bit
do
here.
for work. Not that much, but
well, you know what?
if we can end early if you want. That would probably be more convenient for me, but
I think this.
It,
I think
it
having
is
this
because,
Christmas.
oh,
I
sorry.
think having this. Sorry, go ahead.
No, just right now, again, because I'm writing so much, one of my other articles they want to publish ahead of time before the site opens, and I'm going to have to figure out a way to tell them, please
Got
don't.
it.
And that came through just now. So, yeah, my brain is elsewhere.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to call it a
I
day.
think.
I have you in a good place because I can do anything with this area.
Yeah.
I think
It's
this Christmas special turned out to be more of a slapstick fest than intended, which is not a problem at all.
you have to be pleasant once in a while.